Hello everyone, GadgetGirlKylie here, and welcome to a character gameplay video from the game Accel World vs Sword Art Online Millennium Twilight. So before we begin, I just want to talk about a few things. Obviously the game is in Japanese, but I'm still going to try my best to explain what the moves do and stuff like that. Plus, please remember this is early character gameplay. I've barely scratched the surface of this game. I don't even think that I've unlocked all of the available characters at the moment, but I still thought it would be fun to do a video like this so that you guys can see some gameplay with your favourite characters. I don't know if I'm going to play more of the Japanese version of this game. I kind of want to wait until the English release. I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit difficult to navigate this game. There's not a lot of quest markers, the characters seem to tell you where to go, and because I don't read or speak Japanese, that makes it like extra hard. So yeah, I just wanted to do this video for you guys really. I will list down below in the video description all of the characters that I am showing off in this video. So I'm just going to scroll through and show you what characters are going to be featured. Now, please bear in mind, when it comes to this demonstration video, sometimes I'm going to be targeting enemies, while other times I'm just going to kind of stand still just to demonstrate some of the moves and abilities on the characters. Now, I do believe that on certain characters like Asuna or Kirito, that I did learn some extra moves because I was using those characters a lot in part 1 and part 2 of my gameplay series for the Japanese version of this game. So yeah, they might have some extra moves equipped onto them, but for the most part, all of the characters that I will be showing in this video will just be as they come at the start of the game, which is pretty good because it gives you guys an idea of the gameplay straight away when you dive into Accel World versus SAO. But anyway, we're going to start off with Kirito, Asuna, and I've forgotten her name in my team. I'm sure you guys will jog my memory in the video description. I still haven't watched Accel World is the thing. I should try and watch it before the English release, definitely. And I just realised that I haven't got my earbud in, so that I can't hear the music. Not that that matters. This is just a demonstration video, but still. So the loading times are quite long, guys. I apologise. I just wanted to do this video in one take rather than cutting and pasting loads of different gameplay. First of all, I want to describe a little bit about how combat works. Most of you will be familiar with it if you played Lost Song. So in the bottom right hand corner we have two rectangles, numbered 1 and 2 there. So if I hold R1, the number 1 rectangle will highlight, and then if I hold R2, the number 2 rectangle will highlight. So within these rectangles, depending on what button you are holding, you can activate your moves. Now you can change what moves are allocated to which button easily within the character menu in the game. So I'm just going to start demonstrating some moves here. So if I press R1, so I'm holding it down again, you don't tap it, you need to hold it down, and I press up, we've got Kirito's Starburst Stream right at the start of the game, which is freaking epic. And then if I do R1 and triangle, we've got like a spin attack here. And then if I do R1 and square, it's like a rush forward slash, which is pretty good against groups of enemies on the ground. Then if I do R1 and right, we've got a ice water move there. R1 and down, we've got earth, and R1 and left, we've got dark. I'm pretty sure these elemental moves, some of them I did learn. I think Kirito starts off with the dark move, but I think, don't quote me, I think I learned the ice and rock move. And then if I hold R2, we've got Kirito's search ability. So the search is R2 and triangle. So the ones that are allocated to triangle, circle, square and X are the ones on the right hand side of each rectangle, and then the ones that are allocated to the directional buttons are on the left hand side within the rectangle. So Kirito's also got a HP recovery move there. So this is what it looks like. It's the same animation basically as Lost Song, or it probably is identical actually. And then we can of course fly because we are in the Alfheim online game. So we can hover if we press right on the D-pad, and we can land by pressing down. To enter flight mode, we press right on the D-pad when on ground, and then if we hold circle, we can go into kind of like free flight mode. And if you want to fly even faster than this, hold down R1. But as you will see, it does lower the yellow bar, which is kind of like your stamina bar there. So yeah, flying is a little bit troublesome sometimes when targeting enemies, not gonna lie. And something I want to update you guys on as well is actually pressing L1 does lock on, so I don't know what the hell was going on during that gameplay in episode 1 and 2 of the Japanese version of this game, because lock on would not work for me. I was trying L1, you guys were telling me to use it, and I was trying it, and it just would not work. To be fair, I have switched the DualShock 4 controller that I am using, so I don't know whether my L1 button was just getting stuck or being dodgy, I don't know. But there we have it. So, I've demonstrated all of Kirito's moves now, but let me, just because you guys will want to see it, actually hit an enemy with Starburst Stream, because it's epic, and why not? There we go. Asuna kind of stole my kill there, but there we go. So let's switch over to Asuna now. Asuna looking sexy in her blue colouring. So if I hold R1, let's just demonstrate Asuna's move. So let's do the triangle move here. So R1 and triangle. Kind of a rush forward lunge with her weapon, and then she dodges to the side. So it kind of feels like a dodge combined with the move there. And then we've got R1 and square, which is another dash forward, but without the dodge. And then we can do her special move. I love that the special moves have the animation though. It's really cool. There we go, nice. Of course, most of Asuna's moves are like lunging forward with her weapon, and I am a big lover of fast combat. I don't really like large weapons like great swords or axes. I'm sorry, Egil and Strea. I'm sorry, but I like to be fast in combat, so I did end up using in part 1 and 2 Asuna and Kirito a lot during my gameplay videos. So if I land and I do R2, Asuna has her ice water move. I'm just gonna say it's ice. I mean, the blue square is like a water droplet, but it looks more like ice when it fires out. It's not water, is it? And of course she has healing as well. She was always a good healer in Lost Song. And then she's got this buff move, so if I press up on the D-pad while holding R2, I think it increases magic attack because it's a wand. If you look in the top left now, you can see next to the shield small squares, we've got wand and a up arrow. So I think it increases your magic damage. So when that's on, you can use more magic attacks and you should be dealing more damage there. Oh, there we go, it's Black Lotus. So let's switch over to Black Lotus now. Black Lotus cannot fly, guys, which is kind of annoying when you've got a lot of flying enemies and not a lot of ground enemies. But you can jump quite a bit, like, there we go, I went quite high there. But it does take up your yellow stamina bar in the top left. So you can kind of pace it out, and obviously you stay in the air when you're attacking anyway, but when the combo ends you are going to drop down. So you might want to do another little jump just to attack enemies in the air with this character, or you can focus on ground enemies, which is probably the better thing to do. I actually find that when there's a lot of flying enemies, it's better to use the other characters in your team, or at least one character that fingers crossed you've brought that can actually fly, because the AI control is pretty good, I've noticed. So if you're only fighting flying enemies, I find that manually controlling a character that is a ground character isn't that good, but then again, bear in mind, I've only played a little bit of the game, so I suppose practice makes perfect with that, in all honesty. So let's start demonstrating the moves of Black Lotus now. So we've got the special here, so if I try and jump up, there we go, that's R1 and up on the D-pad. So this is Starburst Stream, as you will have heard from her voice shouting Starburst Stream. And then let's demonstrate some of the other moves here, but I want to kind of like aim at the enemies though. Here we go, here's some jellies, this'll do. Jelly! Right, so let's do R1 and triangle. So that's a rush forward and slash. And then we've got R1 and square, which is kind of similar to Asuna's move in a way. It attacks and then you kind of dodge backwards, so that's pretty cool. Other than that, I don't have any R2 moves with Black Lotus at the moment, so these are just the starting moves. I probably have unlocked some, but I just haven't equipped them as of yet. But anyway, guys, I quite like Black Lotus, other than the fact that she cannot fly, which kind of sucks. Would have been nice to have that ability to fly, but, you know, all characters can't fly, I guess. The ability to jump really high is useful though, because realistically most enemies are going to have some ground near them, whether it's like a cliff or whatever. But again, as I said, if you just switch character, you can see there that the AI is taking over and she's jumping up and attacking in the air, which is pretty cool. So if you do struggle to control a ground character when there's flying enemies, I just recommend switching over to a different character and allowing AI control. Anyway, now that I've demonstrated some of those moves, let's just go back and change characters. So yeah, I like Kirito, Asuna and Black Lotus because they are pretty fast characters. You should share your thoughts down below in the comments section, guys. Let me know what your favourite characters are to use in this game, if you have played it, that is. Or what characters you're looking forward to playing with in this game. I'm pretty sure that you can use Rain in this game. But obviously I don't have her unlocked at the moment, which sucks. Because I did enjoy using Rain in Lost Song. Right, so I always get confused. There it is. I always get confused where it is to change character, but it's pretty easy and fast to do this anyway. So Silver Crow. Some of the characters' names I'm not going to remember, but they are in English in the top left, so I can refer to that if I get a bit stuck. Obviously, without seeing Accel World, some of these characters are, like, completely new to me. But I know Silver Crow from when I played the game on streaming with you guys, and you guys filled me in on some of the names. I might take a bit of a drink, actually. I've had a very sore throat today. Right. So this is Silver Crow, and he can fly, but how cool is that? Like, his wings forming behind him. That animation is so nice. Let's do it from the front. That's so epic. I love it. Right, so we've got his special moves. He doesn't have anything on R2 at the moment, so let's just do some of the others. So R1 and up, which is like kind of like a beam, it looks like. At first when he initiates it, it looks like a blade, but then it comes out like a beam. And then just gotta wait for the other moves to regenerate before we can use them. So we regenerate SP by normal attacking. He just goes for all-out punches here, like, I will punch you to death. Okay, so we've regenerated those moves here, so R1 and square. That is nice. So he jumps up and kind of dives down and attacks. That's cool. Reminds me of a bird of prey. And then we've got R1 and triangle here. Kind of like a shockwave type attack, which is cool. And as always, guys, you can block with R1 and circle as well, so I forgot to mention that on the first group of characters. Being a little pesky varmint! Right, so let's drop down a Silver Crow. Feel like you've seen enough of him now, so let's switch. Scarlet Rain. So Scarlet Rain has ranged attacks. She cannot fly. So again, she can just do the jumps to get to the flying enemies. So let's go over here to these ones. But I do prefer characters that can fly. I'm not gonna lie, in this game. It's more useful to me. So, Square is melee attacks, and then she does actually have a ranged attack, which is Triangle, which is the more heavy hitting attack. So she can do close combat and ranged. It's just so small and tiny. Okay, so let's do some of her special moves. So let's do R1 and up. Nice, look at that! She's fired kind of like a rocket out of her weapon, that's cool. And then let's do R1 and triangle. So fire from the fist! R1 and square. Kind of looks like a dodge melee move, so really we should be doing R1 and square when on the ground. Let's do that again. R1 and square. Oh no, it looks like projectiles were coming off though. I didn't notice them at first. So that's some basic Scarlet Rain gameplay. Oh, I'm pressing. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Oh yeah, I didn't even know you could do this. So I've just discovered something new on here. Quest failed. We weren't even trying to do that anyway, so. Triangle's like, machine gun, I guess. So if we stop that, and then we've got square, which is like grenades, circle. Oh, circle of rockets. That's so cool. We can lock on. That's badass. Oh my God! X is firing the lasers. Okay, I'm starting to like this character more now. I didn't even know we could do this. I've just learned something new on my own character gameplay video, but there we go. I didn't play with this character at all, really. I don't think... No, let's correct myself. I don't think I played with her whatsoever in the 2 gameplay videos that I've uploaded, so this is really my first proper time, to be fair. Right, so Leafa. But yeah, that was pretty cool with Scarlet Rain, the ability to transform into a badass mech. Not gonna lie, that was awesome. We could do with finding some more enemies. Let's just fly over here. So, Leafa's special move. That's awesome! She kind of like drills through them with her weapon. That's cool. So let's do R1 and triangle. Like a heavy hit with the blade. R1 and square now. Kind of like a lunge, which is cool. And then if we do R2, she has some healing, and she has wind. So this is holy damage at the moment, and then we've got wind, which is triangle. R2 and triangle. I was pressing the wrong button at first, I was doing holy. And then she's got healing as well. Nice. So yeah, that's some basic gameplay with Leafa. Leafa play is pretty nice. She's got fast attacks, I like it. So let's return to the teleporter and go and switch characters again. So again guys, don't forget to share down below in the comments section what character you think plays the coolest at the moment and which characters you want to use in the game. I really like using Filia and Sachi, which obviously we'll get to a little bit later. Sachi, I was so happy to see in the game, really. I was like, oh, Sachi! When she first popped up in the party list. Okay, Silica, and who's next? Lisbeth! Sinon! Yeah, bow user. I always felt miffed that they never ended up putting bows in Aincrad and obviously Aingrounds because I like using bows, especially in Lost Song. I liked using Sinon in general. Because the controls with the bow on this game are really easy. Like, on other games I've played, such as the monster hunting genre, I always find bows a little bit tricky. So here we've got Silica, and for her moves, R2 actually controls Pina, and Pina has the healing breath, which is the green square, and then a attacking breath, which is the brown square. And then we've got Silica's even other moves. Filia. I've got Filia on the brain right now because I really love using Filia on this game. So let's do a special move. Well, that wasn't a special move, that was R1 and triangle, and then R1 and square. So she's a dagger user, so she is going to be quick. And let's command Pina. Let's tell it to do the attacking breath attack. There we go. It does need to regenerate before it can do it again. I can see myself using Silica though because I like the ability to control Pina and work together as a team. So it's kind of cool to me that. Totally missed there. Epic fail, Kylie. Oh my god. Right, okay, so let's just demonstrate some more of Pina's attacks here on the ground so that you guys can see it better. So let's do the healing breath, R2 and square. There we go, so that's cool, and then obviously it needs to recharge, and you've already seen the other one, so let's switch over to Liz. So she's more of a slow attacker since she's using the mace, which is pretty obvious really, but I thought I'd explain it nonetheless. And then we've got, that was the square attack, so that's the faster attack, and then the slower attack is that one, which she kind of swings over herself and puts the full weight of her body into that, so it looks cool, the animation, not gonna lie. And then if we look at her special moves, let's do R1 and up. So that kind of slams down on the ground and sends out almost, I guess, shockwaves or like debris, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but it's pretty cool. So let's do R1 and square. Nice combos, and then R1 and triangle. Nice. So they do look really cool, these unique moves. And then R2, we've got some buffs here. She's a really good buff character. So we can give resistance to... Well, that's plus and fire. And then we've got up and fire. So I don't know whether... Oh, the plus and fire is resistance because it's got a shield around it. So I think that makes us like more immune, take less damage from fire. Not immune, but like higher resistance to fire attacks. And then the up and element symbol is just like you deal more damage with that element, I believe. Don't quote me on that, because again, it's in Japanese, and it's been ages since I played Lost Song, so feel free to, like, either confirm or correct me on that in the comments section, guys. I love Liz's wings, though. Like, they're one of my favourite wings, because there's just, like, they're not just lights, there's actually detail on them. There's kind of like, it looks like cogs spinning on the wings. I don't know if you can see there if I stay still. If I stay still and you really look at the wings, you can see kind of like cogs spinning within the wing design itself, which is pretty cool. Right, so let's switch over to badass Sinon. So Sinon is a bow user, which means we attack from a distance. And she is pretty fast with her attacks, which is what I like. And I do really love the bow on this game, guys. I talked about that earlier, but it needs to be said. Using bow on this game is freaking cool! So normal attacks there, we're using triangle, which is the slower but more powerful attack, and then square, which is strong. Sinon can block as well, guys, by the way. She can use her bow to block. Don't ask me why that makes sense, that a fragile bow can actually do decent blocking, but it can apparently. Let's do R1 and up, which is Sinon's special there. Nice. That just completely missed, but it was still badass for demonstration purposes. It's because we're on a slave. Let's do R1 and triangle. There we go. Another like power shot, and then R1 and square. Nice. So yeah, I like using Sinon, guys. And obviously we can hover in the air as well. And attack from a distance. Attack from the skies, baby! And then if we hold down square, we can actually change what arrows she uses as well, but I haven't got different arrows at the moment. And then we can free aim by holding down triangle. I don't think we can attack from that distance, but still, it's pretty cool. So you can do free aiming if you want. I suppose that's more useful on the bigger bosses where you're locking onto specific body parts, but instead you want to aim for somewhere else. So yeah, Sinon is useful in that regard. You don't have to lock onto a large enemy though, you can still like aim for the body part you want, but I do feel like lock on is beneficial on this game just because of the flying ability. It can make it awkward to aim correctly without the lock on, but then it can also screw you over because you can't aim for the parts that you want with the lock on. So it's kind of like weighing up your options at the time, I guess, and switching between the two. But anyway, I've not been looking in the bottom left, actually. I wonder if other characters have more stuff. I need to start doing that. I apologise if I've missed anything with the other characters. I don't think I have, though, to be fair. Not yet, anyway. Let's return and switch characters again. I've just realised how long this video is already. It's like 28 minutes long. I said this was going to be a quick video. But yeah, I've ended up talking a lot about the characters and stuff. Accel, Klein, my husbando, and then Strea. Does anyone else find that Accel with fairy wings is just like this weird, funny combination? Because I do. It just looks bizarre, this big, strong, tough guy with fairy wings on his back. And Accel is an axe user, so you guys guessed it, I'm not that fond of how slow he feels during combat. So this is the square attack, as you can see, pretty slow. And the triangle attack is even worse, in my opinion. I mean, we each have our own playstyle, so I'm sure there's plenty of people watching this who love to be a strong, buff character like this with heavy hitting attacks. So don't knock it till you try it, but it's just not for me, really. I prefer to be speedy. So let me land and then use Agil's special. So R1 and up. Strea totally stole my kill there. So that can attack multiple enemies due to that spin. And then we've got R1 and square. Nice. Powerful swing. R1 and triangle. The animations just look really nice. And I love those effects coming off Agil with the green. Kind of like ghosting, I guess you could say. Then we've got R2. And if we press triangle... There we go. I'm not sure what that did. Was that defense up? I don't know. Some kind of battle cry. I'm not overly sure what that actually did. He's also got a earth attacking move here. R2 and square. So I'm probably not going to spend a lot of time demonstrating Agil. You get the general idea. Heavy attacker. Probably going to unlock more moves within that similar vein of heavy, strong attacks, but slow. So let's go over to my husbando, Klein. Klein's pretty good, actually. He's a little bit slower than other characters like Asuna and Kirito, but he has some awesome moves. He's a total badass samurai. So let's go over and do his special. How cool is that? That looks so sick. And then I've got attack up. So I'm not sure if that happened because of the move I just did. I'm actually tempted to do it again and see. Let's just pay attention. No, right, so I didn't get a buff from that move. I just wanted to check. I think maybe Strea did that buff then. Right, so this is R1 and left on the D-pad. Let's do R1 and square. R1 and triangle again. Oh, we got paralyzed. Damn it. Damn it. We got zapped. Zapped it real good. That lasted quite a while, actually. So let's just land and demonstrate some of the R2 moves. So we've got earth attack. Oh, what's that? Oh no, hang on, no, we're doing fire resistance here. Not resistance, sorry, fire buff we're doing. And then, we've got an earth attack, we've got a fire attack. We need to wait for the others to regenerate. So I just did that shout. I don't know what that does. If anyone knows what the brown one with kind of like the person stood there doing that does, let me know in the comment section, because I'm not overly sure what that actually does. It kind of seems like a battle cry. I don't know whether, I don't know, maybe it increases SP regen, or I don't know. Normally if it's like a buff where you get extra attack or something, it appears above the health bars, but it hasn't, so let's switch over to Strea anyway and demonstrate some of her moves. So R1 and up, which is a... I think this is a parry. It's not actually an attacking move. I think it's a special parry, so I've got to wait for the enemy to attack and then use it, which I suck at doing. So you're not going to see me do that on this video, sadly. I always suck at parrying in games. Always have and probably always will. So let's do R1 and left. Square even. And then R1 and triangle. So all of her moves are pretty slow but are heavy hitting because it is a great sword. And then we've got that shout move again. I don't know what it does. And then we've got earth attack, and we've also got fire attack as well, so yeah. feel like I've demonstrated favoritism at the start of this video by showing off the other characters more, but I was also explaining how combat works as well, so... I think we're over halfway through the character list at the moment. So there's a couple more, but not loads more to demonstrate. We've got Filia. Can't remember his name. Blood Leopard, I think, is the red cat. Okay, so I choose to put Filia in her SAO outfit from Hollow Fragment just because I'm so used to seeing her with blonde hair. It's not right seeing her with the kind of like black navy-ish hair, so... And she's got black wings! Special move time! So again, she's a dagger user. Just like Silica, so she's got nice fast attacks there. And that's a poison dagger, so that was R1 and left on the D-pad. So remember with these moves, guys, obviously it depends where you've allocated them, so just bear that in mind. So that was R1 and triangle there, and let's go for R1 and square. So that's more of like few hit combo there, that's pretty cool. So let's just go on land and look at the R2 moves. So we've got a R2 and square, which lowers the defense of enemies. As you can see there, it's now on that enemy. So it's lowered its defense. And then we've got a darkness attack, which is R2 and triangle. Then we've got a ice attack, which is R2 and up on the D-pad, and then we've got the search ability, which is R2 and left. And then just general normal moves, the heavy triangle attack and the faster square attack. Let's switch over to Ash Roller. I forgot his name. Where's his bike gone? They should really mark it on the minimap where the bike is. So I've lost the bike now, and yeah, I wanted to show off the bike on this video. Let's see if I can see it by standing up on this ledge. I don't know where it's gone. It depends where he got off, really. Did he get off near the teleport gate or not? Anyway, I guess I will demonstrate some of his moves on the ground, or maybe just switch over to Blood Leopard for now and see if he gets back on the bike himself. So Blood Leopard can have two forms here, so this is the cat form and then we can switch. But she will automatically change back to the cat form when you start attacking. Or if you dodge. So her fighting is in cat form. I can hear Ash Roller is back on the bike, which is useful. So Blood Leopard can't fly. So we'll just have to utilise the jumping and just be careful. So we've got the special here. Let's go and attack some more ground enemies, just because it's easier with this character. So R1 and triangle. R1 and square. And we got R1 and up, which is the special again. Which I do really like, it's really handy against multiple enemies. And then we got R1 and left. I think that's HP up. Oh, does that mean I can regen HP? Of course you can block. All characters can block, guys, so don't worry about that. There we go. This is what I wanted to show you. So Ash Roller does actually have his bike. So to accelerate, it's R1. You can really go fast by holding R1 and X together, which doesn't actually use any stamina from what I'm seeing in the top left there. And then you can do a quick spin around if you tap XX. There we go. That's the one I wanted to do. There we go. So it allows you to do a quick turn, basically. Now, as you may have noticed, when I was holding down R1 when he was off the bike, I couldn't do any special moves, but I can on bike mode. Now, I'm crap at controlling this guy, I'm not going to lie, so I'm just going to demonstrate his moves on the ground while not really attacking anything. So, R1 and up for his special. Which is just really funny. And then we've got R1 and triangle, which I will do now. Basically, it's a rush attack. That's pretty badass. And then we've got R1 and square, which I think is best used against groups of enemies. It's like an AoE attack. And if you want to get off the bike, you hold down circle. And then if you want to get back on, you press circle next to the bike. Now, something that you may notice is the bike isn't marked on the minimap, which I think is stupid because this bike is easy to lose, especially in tall grass like this. Trust me, I did a little bit of practice with this guy earlier, and yeah, the bike kind of camouflages in the grass sometimes, and I do feel like they should have put some kind of marker on the minimap when you get off the bike so that you know where it is. I kind of feel like it's an error to not have that. But anyway, let me know what you think of that, guys. Do you think it should be marked on the minimap? Have you experienced issues with losing the bike as Ash Roller? Because I have. I definitely have. Anyway, let's go back. We've got a few more characters to demonstrate here. And I'm definitely losing my voice after this long video. At least I'm starting to remember where the teleporter is to switch characters now. We're getting close to the end, actually, guys. Yeah, there's only one more character after this group that I've got unlocked at the moment, which I think her name is Yuna. I think you guys told me it's Yuna from Ordinal Scale, which I'm going to be seeing in April. April 18th, I've got the tickets. Going to the one and only showing at my local cinema, so I will be watching Ordinal Scale. So yeah, finally, I can tell you if I enjoyed it, but I'm probably going to avoid talking about spoilers because it's not fair on other people. Right, so this character, Raker, can actually fly if I press up on the D-pad. You can see it in the bottom left there. So there we go, I can actually fly, which is pretty cool. But I can't hover. I can't, like, stand still and hover by pressing right on the D-pad. So, yeah, that's something to bear in mind. And she will stop flying the moment I attack. So let's demonstrate some of her special moves. So we've got R1 and up. This is really cool. It's like a beam. Kind of like a whirlwind beam, I guess. Then let's do R1 and square. R1 and triangle. So again, I'm not always attacking the enemies, guys. I am kind of just showing off the moves for demonstration purposes as well. But I do really like her flying ability. Even though you can't hover, it's still pretty handy for getting around, and her wings are absolutely gorgeous. They're kind of coming off her head, which is cool, not gonna lie. And I love the blue streak effect flowing behind her when she flies. It's really, really pretty. So let's switch character. So this is Ardor Maiden. So she's another bow user. So we've got the normal attacks here, strong attack there. Let's do her special, which looks so cool. And she's like super cute as well as a character. R1 and triangle, which is a rain of arrows, and then we've got R1 and square, which I can't do because I actually need to regenerate. There we go, R1 and square now. That is sick, that's so cool. From what I can tell, she can't free aim like Sinon. I'm holding down the same button and it doesn't seem to do it, not unless I'm doing something wrong, so let me know in the comments section. She doesn't seem to be able to free aim with the bow. And now we've got Sachi. I played with Sachi so much in part 2, guys. I love Sachi. She's a spear user, but the spear is still fast. It's not actually slow like I thought it would be. So let's do her special move. R1 and up on the D-pad, and as you can see, it's kind of like an AoE. So it would be handy against a group of enemies there. And then we've got R1 and triangle, which is a straight thrust. R1 and square, kind of like an AoE spin again. Then we've got R1 and right, she's got a wind attack, and R1 and left, which is healing. Then on R2, she's got this music move, which gave defense up, so that's pretty cool. I was paying attention that time, I did see that it gives defense up. Right, so let's return back. I'm actually being quicker with these characters now. Really, this video is just to show some whoa, frame rate then. Just to show some general gameplay with each character. And I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments section. What's your favourite character in this list? Who would you like to play with? That sounded wrong the more I think about it. So last but not least, we've got the ordinal scale character, which is Yuna. So I'll just switch out one team member for this. Yuna is like totally more of a buff character. Support character. I keep saying buff, hopefully you guys know what I mean. I don't mean like muscly. I mean like a buffer, like support. I just call them buff character. I always have, really. I did not expect this video to be like, it's getting on for 50 minutes long now. I did not think it would be this long. But yeah, I've just enjoyed making it, really, and demonstrating these characters. It's been fun. So yes, we've got Yuna. Now, I will show you her moves. So we've got R1 and triangle. So this is defense up. Then you can see that she does a little dance here, because she's an idol, isn't she? She's a singer. And then we got R1 and square, which is attack up. Again, a nice little dance. Total fan service on this character though. She's adorable. She really is. And then we've got R2. We've got some other moves as well. We've got a wholly attacking move, R2 and square. Then we've got R2 and triangle, which I'm not sure what that did. I think it gave me a buff on my own, but I can't tell what it is. Let's do R2 and up. I think that's attack up because it's red, and then R2 and left. I'm not sure what that did. Let me know in the comments, guys. This is what sucks about playing in Japanese. It's hard to kind of like keep track of what moves do what. So let's do R2 and triangle again. So that's HP up. I don't know whether that raises total HP or it gives us HP recovery. So let's do R2 and left again. Right, so that's defense up. Okay, we got there. So the green music symbol is defense up, the red is attack up, the kind of like turquoise is HP, and then she's got the holy attacking move as well. So yeah, that's it, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this demonstration video. Fingers crossed I didn't leave anything out. I'm sure you guys will let me know down below in the comments if I did miss anything in the lower left, because I wasn't paying attention really to that until partway into the video. But I think I demonstrated everything I wanted to. Again, bear in mind that this is near the start of the game, so I'm sure that I am missing characters. I think Rain is available in this game, but I don't have her yet, and I'm probably missing some other characters as well. I don't know. But yeah, let me know down below in the comments section whether you will be getting this game in English, what characters you're going to be using in your team and why. Do you like stronger characters with heavy hits, or do you prefer someone like Sinon with bows, or someone like Kirito and Asuna with fast strikes with their weapons? Let me know. I look forward to reading your comments. But anyway guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Take it easy, thank you for watching, and bye bye.